Afternoon, everybody. Run out here, running a couple errands a little early today. Got me a different bracket on my phone, that way I ain't having to hold it. Might hit a pothole or something every now and then, but hopefully it'll be alright. Looks like it's setting downhill a little bit on one side. Downtown here in Johnson City. Hope that looks alright there the way I got that set. Guess I'll find out later. Tell more about it when I'm watching it on the later on. Trying to dodge some of these bumps and humps and holes in the road. It's hard to do around here in the downtown part anyway. Hope everybody's having a good day. Looks a little cloudy. Looks like a little bit like rain here. I don't know. I looked at the phone before I left and it said 67 degrees. I didn't want to put too big of a jacket on before I left, and I thought I better check it. Comes the cops in an unmarked vehicle. Well, almost unmarked. Must be looking for somebody. Turned around, went the other way. I'm out here on South Rome Street. I'm gonna check the rest of that little mountain ride that went on that one day, but I didn't have enough fuel to go the other way, so I'm gonna check the park side out today, if it's open, that is. I'll cut this off and pick it back up when I get up there a little bit closer. I'll be back in a minute or two. Alrighty, going back up in here. Last time I come up here, I didn't go to the campsite. I went the other way because I didn't have enough gas. I had to look down at the gas saying this might be a little bumpy on that camera and it up there in that bracket. I don't know. I'm trying to go easy. But it's Buffalo Mountain Park at Johnson City and Washington County. That little patch there was about the roughest, I think, on this road. And I was trying to be nice and wave at them, but I don't know if they ever wave back or not. It's all right, all right, all right. Anyway, I like coming back in places like this where the laurels is at, the laurel trees or bushes or whatever you call it. I don't know if I can get in here this time or not. I believe it's gate. I think it's open. I know to the other way, you just go up there and park and have to get out and walk because I know it's closed right over there. Well, I bet it's rough coming up in here in the winter time. I'd say they close it though, because that's pretty steep coming up through here, as you can tell. My goodness. Yeah, I'd say this is closed if it gets a little bit of snow in the area. I have a good view from up here anyway when we get there. I hadn't been up here in a long time. I forgot about it being kind of steep like this. That one there says do not enter. I know, whoa, one of these, it might be the other way where that other gate goes that's closed off, but it's the tower, these towers up here from the TV station and radio station and stuff up here on the mountain, but I don't know which gate it is that goes to it. It might have been back there where it said do not enter, but I think it's over there where I went the last time where that gate's closed. I had to turn around. It's hanging out up through here. People get up here and sit and hang out and listen to the radio and whatever. I mean, ain't nothing really. You can come up here and cook out if you can get one of these little, catch one of these little sheds open, but that's pretty much it. I'll be back in a minute. My phone's vibrating. Stopped here a minute to answer the phone and gauge light come off saying check gauges, which I was sitting on a hillside. I'm still on a hillside. Well, that thing bounced that time. But I guess the way I was sitting, all the oil was sitting in one way. It said low oil pressure. I thought, well, I know it's got oil in it and just had it changed a while back. I guess the way I was sitting on that hill, now I know why it says do not enter on that sign, because it loops around is all it does. Brakes don't fail me now. Downhill stretch here. But anyway, a little bit of a ride around there, a little loop around the mountain. Looks like I've got water running across the road right here. Oh, I bet there's a little spring right here or something. Somewhere up through there, I bet they are, because it's overflowed right there. Maybe, I don't know. It's untelling. Now the other side where them cars are sitting, I went up that way the other day, the last time I come up here, and I had to go right up above them cars and turn around right in the curve, and then there's a gate up there about 20 or 30 foot behind them, around that little corner, and it's closed, and it's still closed, and I bet that's the one that goes to that tower. People get out, they go up there and park. That's like them cars there, they get up there and park and go up through there and ride or not ride, but walk the trails and stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry, that wasn't much of a ride. I couldn't remember exactly what it was up in there. There's a little bit of a mountain ride, I guess. Well, that gauge quit blinking down there. That's kind of had me wondering what was going on there for a minute. I'm back down here to the exit. I'll pick y'all back up here in a little bit. We cross this bumpy road again right here. You can see all these patches in the road. I'll be back. I'm out here on Cherokee Road. I'm actually coming up on Cherokee Road, or Cherokee Road, sorry. This is Cherokee School on the right-hand side. I'm crossing over Lone Oak Road right here. That's where it crosses that, but I'm on, sorry about that bump in the road. I'm on Cherokee. I'm going to try to film right now in a little bit of where I stayed at with my grandmother when I was younger. The lady that lives there now, I'm not going to be able to film a whole lot like I would like to do, but I'm going to, show where the house was at and do everything I can do and get back out there away from her before anything said or anything. I don't mean anything bad would be said. I'm just don't want nobody to think nothing wrong with me up there filming or anything, which they probably wouldn't be nothing said, but I just don't want to take any chances. But I don't reckon there's no hard feelings towards nobody or nothing like that. My uncle, after my grandmother passed away, my uncle, he got the property there, and then when he passed away, the lady he was living with is the one that lives there now. She wound up with the property. I think some of her kids might have moved a trailer in there now or something. I'm not real sure. I ain't been up in there in a while, but I know the last time I was up there, I think there was a trailer moved in. But I'll get what I can get there, and then I'll get back off of that road. But I'll catch y'all back in a minute or two when I get ready to turn on that road down here. I'll be back. This house to the right, I'm turning on Pierce Laws Road. This house to the right where that horse trailer's sitting in that gold truck is a friend of mine that I grew up with. He still lives there. He works for the sheriff's department in this county where I live here in Washington County. He's not a officer out on the road. He does stuff for the detention center, the jail here in Washington County where I live is what he does. But when we was growing up, that's where him and his mom and dad lived. Then his dad, I guess they had a separation. Then his dad moved in this house, built this house here on the left, where I'm at now, where this camper and stuff's sitting. He moved in this place here. These woods over to the left in behind his house, when we was growing up, we played in those woods and everything. Growing up, I don't know how many years I stayed here with my grandmother off and on, or when we was visiting or whatever. But anyways, right here, where where these mailboxes are, and them little trees, that's where my grandmother's house used to sit, right here, a little white house. Then the house behind it's what my uncle built, kindly underground, when him and his girlfriend was living here. And then eventually, after years after my grandmother passed away, he tore it down, or had it tore down, I don't know which. But these woods to the left here, I remember had a grapevine I used to go up there and swing on and stuff. Then straight on up this road here, it used to be gravel. And, well, you go up so far and it still is. But the guy that lives up there at the bottom of the mountain is the one I was talking about in one of the videos, or commenting in one of the videos to one of y'all about that painted the picture of my grandmother's house in the woodshed, because right behind the house there used to be a peach tree, directly behind where the woodshed was. And I can't film a lot here. I mean, I'm not going to get out here because I don't know if anybody's home or not. I don't have no idea. I don't see nobody moving around, but I guess I can kind of turn the vehicle around here and point like. But right here where this tree is, right here, roughly, that used to be, right in that area, used to be a woodshed. And behind it, there was a peach tree. Well, I climbed in it, me and my sister and my younger sister. I say younger, we was younger then, but now she's older. She's a little bit younger than I am. But my uncle was like a little ways over from me. Now, he was sawing wood under, used to be an apple tree. He was sawing some wood up. Well, I was in that tree climbing around, and I slipped and fell, and my wrist wound up in a fork of a tree, and I was hanging there by my wrist. And I was just dangling there, you know. I was like maybe 8, 9 year old, maybe 10. And can't remember exactly. And I was hollering and screaming, of course, and everything else, because it was just me there, you know. I was watching him climb wood, and I just took up the tree. And he happened to turn around and see me, and then he come over there, you know, and got me out. But that house that I was saying my uncle built behind there on the property used to have a pretty good sized chicken coop there with a building, and they fenced it in, had chickens in it, let me say that. And what got my grandmother down, she was going over to gather the eggs, and she was on her way back and fell and broke her hip, and she wound up pretty much in the bed all the time. I mean, people's in and out, you know, helping take care of her and everything, and she just got, you know, worse and worse and worse, and she passed on. And I pretty much started staying with my mom and dad a lot again. But I had a lot of good times there. Like I said, I just didn't want to get out and try to record a lot standing around there, because I didn't know if anybody was home. I seen that one little truck there, but it didn't look like it had been moved in a while. But anyways, I'm going to go down just a little further and show you another little thing or two here while I'm down here. And I'll be back here in just a minute, and I'll turn this camera back on. I'm still on Cherokee Road, by the way, but this little building right here used to be called Hobson's Grocery. They had a little store, a little old country store here, and me and my mom come up here one night, and we lived right down the road. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And we left out of here. I come out, I was like 7 or 8 years old. Come out, got in the car. I was wanting a toy gun, and I didn't get it. I didn't get my way, more or less. And come out, got in the car. I guess I didn't shut my door good when I got in. I don't remember exactly how old I was. I might have been still like the age around 8 or 9, something like that. Come down the road just like I'm traveling right now. I'm with my mom. We're going home, back to where my dad's at. Turn left just like I'm turning now. And this is what got my hips to the shape they're in now. Turn right here, the door come open. I fell out of the door into this ditch right here beside of where I'm at right now. And my mom, of course, got out, brushed me off, checked me out, make sure I was okay. Everything was okay. I was all right. Later on, I started limping real bad, and when I was like, by the time I got to 15, I was limping real bad, and I couldn't hardly get in the car without lifting my right leg up to get in the passenger side of the car. I could get in with my left fine, but when it came to my right leg, I couldn't lift it up. But this house right here behind this Jeep, it's red. It used to be white, and that's where me and my mom lived, and my dad, when we was coming back home after I fell out in the ditch down there at the bottom of the hill. This is Charlie Hicks Road, down in Washington County, by the way, sorry. But anyway, like I said, by the time I turned 15, I couldn't get in and out of a car without lifting that's on the passenger side now, without lifting my leg up into a car. Once I got in with my left side, I had to kindly drag my leg in with the right. But I went to Shriners Hospital in Greenville, South Carolina, and roughly about 2 weeks down there, they pinned my bad hip, and they went ahead and pinned the left one to keep anything from happening later out of it. And then I come back home to where we lived up farther up Cherokee Road there a little ways. But they was, like I said, there was a little difference between when I fell out down here in the car, I was fine. When I fell out of the car, everything, I looked fine. My mom, checked me out, everything was fine. But apparently, from the time I fell out of the car till I turned 15, something happened there. My hip must have got messed up along the line there somewhere or another. But anyways, that's a little more of my childhood down here in the country. I always joke with my mom sometimes if we get to talking about that. I'm turning on Cherry Grove Road right now here, sorry. I joke with my mom sometimes and tell her she pushed me out of the car, but which she didn't, of course. But if we ever get to talking about that night it happened with somebody or something other, I always joke with her and tell her she pushed me out of the car, but she didn't. But anyways, thought I'd get out and share a little of that with you. Out here in the country a little bit. Get you a little more view, another little bit of the area down in here where we lived at when I was younger. That sign there said Papaw's Drive, Papaw's Private Drive. I never noticed that before, which I don't come down in here like I used to. But I'll be back in a minute or two. This next little bit's going to kind of be tricky for me to do because I don't want to pull down somebody's driveway here. Might be able to angle the vehicle there a little bit just long enough to get the video. I don't know. But roughly right there where that little blue car's sitting at, in that little shed, used to be another house that sat there. I'm gonna try to film it with my phone, not the camera. That way I can maybe get it transferred over to the video somehow. But right where that shed is sitting at, roughly the base of that little hill, had a little white house there, and that's where we lived at on this road. I guess I forgot to tell you where I'm at. I'm on Dry Creek Road. I forgot to say that. Sorry. But we lived there for, that's actually, I guess when I was born, that's where we lived at when I was actually born. Then from there, we went to that house on the hill where I fell out of the car. The best of my memory, that's the way it went. I was born in that hospital in Johnson City, but we was living back there at this place right here where I just showed you, where the house used to be. But I thought there was a trailer sitting there the last time I was here, but apparently they moved all that out there. They had a bad flood down through here a few years ago, and they got grants for new houses to be built, little small, like 2 or 3 bedroom houses that for people that lost their home and stuff. And they got little houses built for them. My grandmother's, my mom's mom, my other grandmother, my aunt lived in her place down here, and it got destroyed, I guess you could say, more or less, by that flood. And she was one of the ones that got one of the houses built for her. Then they tore the rest of the house down after, they got her new place built. But it got pretty bad down through here during that flood a few years ago. I'm not sure. I can't remember what year that was. But I'll be back in a minute or two. I'll turn this back on in a few minutes. I am turning on Methodist Camp Road off of Dry Creek Road. There's a little campground up in here. I think I can get to it. One of the subscribers that comment on my channel here every now and then, well, I'm going to say our channel because you helped me with it. Let me say our channel, we'll say that. He mentioned this in the comments when I come across the mountain back in December that was snow covered, and he mentioned this road and the campground and asked about it. So I'll get that part this time. Last time, actually, I just didn't think nothing about coming up in here, but that, and it was snow covered too, so I don't know if how far I could even come up in here. Well, they got little campsites built back in there. That's pretty neat. Little old like they're catching rainwater, and I don't know if that's supposed to be a little cabin built there for somebody or not. Looks like a little shed, like a garage, a little enough to keep a lawnmower in, and a little bit bigger, like a little what am I trying to say? Yard shed, yard barn, I guess. But it looks like it changed it into a little cabin-like. About the same as this one here, except that one looked like it's been actually built here that yard barn I was talking about, it looked like something was bought and brought here or then put together. Anyways, to my left, where I'm at right now, I'll come down through there on my way back, but thought there used to be a swimming pool here somewhere, but they might have covered it up. I guess if Mike, I think there's another Mike that watches every now and then. I think his name's Mike. Not the Mike that I talked to about living in Johnson City, but the other Mike does. He used to live here too at one time. I got two Mikes, but I can't remember their names. Seemed like the other one that I'm talking about is, this is one of the, I guess where they all come and meet, like at, I'm not sure what I'm trying to think of, but this is definitely part of the camp. I started to say resort, but that ain't what I'm trying to say. If he sees this video, he could probably leave it in the comments what they call this area. I guess where they get everybody that, if anybody's staying here, they can, you know, hang out inside and play games, music, or whatever, you know. I guess whatever they want to do. Or come down to this one and hang out too. Which this one's not enclosed. That's a big building back there, but I don't know what this is to my left. Just looks like a place they might put out chairs and stuff for everybody to sit and everything. I'm gonna turn in this parking lot here. I don't guess I'll get in no trouble. It's just a gravel parking lot. I'm pretty sure there used to be a pool right here where I'm more or less sitting at. I'm pretty sure. But it's gone now. I know the creek runs behind that little rock wall there. But yeah, there used to be a pool right here, I'm real sure. They got a little cabin-like thing, little buildings built everywhere back in here. Every time I look around, I see a different one. I guess that's just somebody's house back there on to my right, but right there's got numbers on them cabins. They must be 2, 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 back there on that one. Big old pond here. I guess they let people and motorboats in there. Motorboats and fishing in it. Not motorboats, I'll get it right in a minute. Paddle boats. I'll show you the pond here. I turned my vehicle that way a little bit. Now there's a new pool. Oh, that's what they've done, I guess. They built a new pool. I see it over there now to the right. I don't know if I can drive over there where all that's at or not. I better not go on that road because that looks like I don't see nobody around, and I don't want to be over there messing around. Something happen and get blamed for it. Because I don't know if this area, if there's anybody staying up in here this time of the month or not, or time of the year. But that's the camp down here. That's what it is. This road right here in front of me that goes down, it's called Butler's Lane, and that's some of my family. Trying to find out that other. I film with my older camera phones or whatever you want to call it. Then I've actually got my phone here. I was trying to remember that guy, the other Mike's name that watches the videos too, that was talking about this camp. And naturally I don't got no signal now. It's a little rock church across the road here. It's where my family that lives down in this area, and which I went here before too, on Butler Lane right here behind me where I was showing you. I don't think they do it no more, because I don't know if the creek runs through there as much as it did. You know, I'm not saying it slowed down or moved or anything. I meant, you know, after that flood, we washed everything out, a lot of stuff out down through here. And I think they might have rerouted some of that creek that I'm trying to tell you about. And I don't think they do that over there no more, because they got a place around down there probably about, I'm going to say about 5 miles from here. They baptize now in the river. They got a little, I don't know if you call it gazebo or shed or whatever, a little picnic area made there. Somebody does. And they baptize there. The reason I'm sitting here for a minute, I'm looking for that name. I'm still filming as I'm talking, but I might find it here in a minute. I might not. Oh, I'm sorry. His name wasn't Mike either. The guy that mentioned this campground, according to this, his name was Harry. Sorry about that. I was saying Mike, and his name was Harry that mentioned this camp, or I guess that's the name of his channel. But anyways, thought I would add that little bit in the video while I was down in here. I guess I'm gonna head back up to Johnson City. I'm going across the Dry Creek here. I know the last time I was down here, it's covered in snow. That was back in December. I believe it's December. I know it was real close to the time my mom was in the hospital. She might have got out and was, nah, I think she was still in there. But I know one night, me and my buddy drove down, or not one night, but one evening, we drove down here, and during that snow, I come over here to try my four-wheel drive out on my vehicle, and it was covered in snow. But I'm gonna get on up the road here, and I'll catch y'all back in Johnson City, I guess. If I don't add any more to this, I'll get it uploaded when I get back home. I might add a little more to it between here and the time I get home. But I'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one, and I'll either be back or I'll have it uploaded here in a little while. Talk to y'all later. God bless you. Well, I'm on the Indian Ridge Road, turning on Hardin Avenue, heading back to the house. Thought I'd go ahead and finish the video up that I was working on. I missed the road I'm on now. I know I'm working on getting back to West Market Street. I had to come back to my apartment real quick and meet my mom for a minute, and then had to run back out and finish what I was doing. She had a doctor's appointment she had to get to. Appreciate it if you still keep her in your prayers, which I'm sure you do, and I appreciate that. And I know she appreciates y'all's prayers. She hadn't felt good the last couple of days. She was kind of run down feeling and stuff, she said, and I hope she gets feeling better. Keep her in your prayers. I appreciate it. Like I said, I know she does. Prayers changes things and makes things better. Now I'm back at, if I went straight, I was going to be going to Veterans Way back towards the VA, but I'll be turning left on West Market Street here in just a minute. I guess y'all hear that clicker in the background, my blinker. I guess I could turn that off while I'm sitting still. Sorry about that. Going, that's about to get on my nerves. Might have cleared up a little bit. Looks like it's still a little gloomy looking. Winds are blowing. I noticed that, I don't guess y'all can see it just yet where I'm sitting. Yeah, right here it is. Well, can't get to it. There we go. Right there's American flag blowing in the wind. Right under the edge of my finger. You might be able to see it a little better here now and I'm moving for a second. And it's gone. But I noticed it was blowing straight out. It's blowing straight out towards my way where I live. I was playing volleyball down there today at the park. Passing Henry Johnson again, Mike, if you're listening and if you watch this. There's a new Jeep truck. I ain't saw one of them. I don't care much about that. So I guess somebody does, but it's something different. I wasn't really looking. Them four-door Jeeps look different to me, which they look pretty good, but that's the first one of the trucks I've saw to the left right here. Right there. Bing, bing. There he goes. Another thing, too, all that white looked like it may be a blue or a red or something or other. Yeah, got one here in too big a hurry here. Now I'm going to have to about stop to let him go on where I can get over. He's supposed to get over in this lane to about where I did, and he jumped over a little bit too quick. The one here in front of me, that is. That little bracket there for the window might work out pretty good. So far, so good, I'll say that. See how it does when I watch it, but I believe it'll be alright. I guess we'll find out here in a little bit when I watch it and see. That one video where I was down on, or part of the video, where I was down on Dry Creek and showing where we was living when I was actually born. I know there's a way, see, I took one little bit of that video with my actual phone, but I was filming with my old phone, so I think I can put them pictures, that video together somehow, maybe, I don't know, I might have to just let it roll like it is, and which there's no house there, no way. I mean, I was just trying to show a little bit more of the area without pulling down somebody's driveway that I don't know. But we'll figure something out. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here and finish my drive on to the house. Y'all have a good one, and God bless y'all. Hope y'all enjoy this in a little bit. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.